Right, can you say hello?
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to our day.
We're not happy this morning. The doctors has royally effed up.
Big time.
Yeah. Basically, in the last week, Charlie's medication should have been here. And so one of her medications for her mental health, she's not had it for the last 24 hours.
The same thing happened last month and the month before.
Yeah. And so I've just rung them up and they said that they haven't had anything down from the doctors and that it should have been done like last week. And so I rung the doctors, spoke to the pharmacy there, and they said that, first of all, they said that they wouldn't normally have agreed to do the prescription over the phone, but because there was an issue, they've agreed that they would do it, which
is stupid considering they effed up.
Exactly. But basically, for whatever reason, no explanation provided, it wasn't ordered or anything. And so she's obviously not had this particular medication. There are other medications she's not had, but you get really bad withdrawals like really quickly if you don't have your venlafaxine.
It's like out of your system within a few hours.
And like migraines, feeling really awful. Would you say flu-like?
It's just the pressure in my head.
It just makes everything else awful, doesn't it?
So intense. It's not like with a migraine. Generally, it's just like one section of my brain, whereas like with these withdrawals, it's literally like my whole head is like a ticking time bomb, and it's just like waiting to erupt and explode.
Yeah.
And it's just horrible because my injections don't sort
Yeah, no, they don't work. So obviously she had an injection last night thinking that maybe it was just an onset of a migraine, and so now obviously that injection has been wasted because it's not going to help it, but we didn't know at that point. But the pharmacies at the doctors have said that they're going to do a prescription, but because of some of the medication on there, they have to get the doctor to sign it off. They can't do it themselves, which is fine. But
which is probably my zone more.
Yeah,
things.
But it's just got to sit on a list kind of thing and wait to be done by a doctor, then to be sent down, and who knows when that's going to be done. And so I said to them, is it possible to do the venlafaxine like quicker? Like, I don't know, just thinking, maybe they could just take that one and actually physically go and take it to the doctor to get them to sign. Yeah. And she was just like, no, we can only put it on the list and get the doctor to sign it, but if you go to Boots, then they can give you an emergency pack because you've ran out and there's been a problem. So obviously we're not leaving the house or anything, so I was like, all right, thank you, bye. And then I rang Boots and relayed that message, and she was like, no, I can't do that. I can do that on the weekend, but as soon as the doctor's is open, I can't do that anymore. I've got to have a script from the doctors to be able to provide any medications when it's like the week.
So it's actually really good that we didn't leave the house because it would be a wasted journey.
Yeah. But yeah, so now they're like, the Boots has emailed the doctors to say, actually, your facts are wrong. We can't give it out because you guys are open.
Emailed though.
Yeah.
You can't pick up a damn phone and ring the pharmacy.
No. So, like, we have no idea when this is going to happen, but she said that to get it out today, it's got to be done before 12, and the likelihood of them doing that is very
10
slim.
o'clock now.
Yeah, so it's slim. So she's going to go another 24 hours without it, and there's nothing we can do about it. Ordinarily, I would probably go into the doctor's and refuse to leave until it's done, but I can't do that right now.
Like before, because of COVID, there was like big restrictions, but now because the amount of cases that there are and the fact there is some in our town, there's literally like a 5-minute message at the beginning of our doctors about not being able to go in, and
you can't even make appointments like at all for even routine appointments that need to be done kind of thing. You can't make appointments. You've got to have a patient advisor ring you back. So I mean, which is understandable, but obviously if you need these appointments, then you need these appointments. And it's like all the other things, like for example with Charlie's meds, that isn't like, it's not being sorted appropriately, and it's stressful.
So we go back to the whole COVID shit. Wear your damn fucking masks, because until like you people who refuse to do it, like the anti-vaxxer that I've been having a go at the last few last few days, until you start wearing your damn masks, my meds are going to keep getting screwed up. And there's nothing that we can do about it, because people just don't give a shit about anyone else but themselves. And I don't understand why it's not getting through your damn head that you're going to have to make changes in your life to protect your community, because things are just going to keep getting worse, and we're going to go into a national lockdown again.
Yeah.
And then you'll be even more moaning.
And what makes me chuckle as well is people are basically born selfish. People are selfish, and yet like a lot of people don't seem to have clicked in their heads that not protecting themselves could mean that they could die. Like, it baffles me.
This virus is not designated for specific people. If it's gonna get you, it's gonna get you. And that's been proven by the millions of people that have died.
Yeah.
So
athletes,
like super fit people.
Yeah.
Like who's not overweight or no previous medical history.
Yeah.
So it doesn't discriminate. If you're gonna get it, you're gonna get it. And until you then decide that you want to be responsible and give a damn about the people around you, it's going to have a knock-on effect to things like this.
Yeah.
And it's one of these things that people don't realise, that it's not just about the virus and not being able to go out and whatever else. It's things like getting normal medications.
Yeah. This is more important than you being able to go to the pub or you being able to go out to a restaurant. Like people complain that they are struggling to do things like that, and then there's people like us who literally are struggling to get the medications that they need to survive through the day. So
ridiculous.
Yeah. And if you're one of these people who does follow all the rules and everything, then feel free to share this vlog, because I can guarantee that you know people who aren't protecting themselves completely.
Or somebody on your social media is going to be one of these arseholes that are so selfish.
Yeah. So. And people need to know, and they need to listen, because it's just going to keep getting worse.
If you want a Christmas this year where you see your families, you're going to have to put your ass in gear.
Yeah.
And start doing what the health people are screaming at you for. Because otherwise, not only are you not going to have a Christmas, but you're not going to have a Christmas with your loved ones because they'll more than likely be dead. Because the older generation, they're going to get hit by it more.
Exactly.
So just think about that. Joys.
So, an update on the venlafaxine. The GP didn't get it to Boots in time, but they did give us the information that actually it's not their fault for not sending it down. It's Boots because they didn't order it. They sort out our monthly prescriptions. They're supposed to order the medications we need. Clearly they didn't do it this month.
They just decided I didn't need my meds.
Yeah. And now this is happening. That's a sick bucket behind Alba. And it didn't get there in time, as I just said, so we've just had to ask our friend if they can pick it up for us. Luckily, I've just spotted a message that's just popped up saying that she will. But it's just a whole palaver. Like, I rung them and asked them if I rung Boots, and asked them if the prescription had got there in time. And she was like, I'll just have a look. And then she was like, I'm sorry, we're just going to have to go through our emails because that's the only way we could have received it. And you just think, if you know that you're going to be receiving one, I would keep checking. If you know that you're going to be getting something and you're trying to get it in time, you would keep checking, surely. But anyway, luckily we've got Fernie's mum who can go pick it up. But she's just replied, so I need to give her the details that she's going to need. So that's the update. Hi, baby girl. Are you warm under there? Oh, rest your face again. Oh, beautiful. Rest your face, good girl.